Hi, welcome to this Leduc Entertainment tutorial. Today, we'll be going through how to edit a podcast for social media. First, we need to understand the dimensions of an Instagram reel. A standard Instagram reel is 1080 by 1920, as opposed to our video here in the timeline, which is 3840 by 2160. Thus, we need to start by changing our sequence settings to the appropriate ones for Instagram. As you can see here, I'm simply going to Sequence Setting, and resetting to 1080 by 1920. As you can see, we now have to reposition the video accordingly. Down here in my project bin file, I've already imported an EverConvert intro header. Let's add that to the video next. As you can see, it appears here at the top of our video. Now, we're going to have to adjust and position our video accordingly to accommodate for this new header and for the dual speakers in this video. Here, I'm simply chopping up the video and repositioning it to accommodate for the dual speakers and for our frame size. Now that that's complete, I'm going to move on to the Caption and Graphics workspace, which can be found here at the top of the editor. In the Caption and Graphics workspace, over here beside Effect Controls, you can see a tab called Text. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. This brings up a small menu, which gives us several options: transcribe sequence, create new caption track, or import caption from file. I'm going to click on transcribe sequence. By transcribing the sequence, Premiere Pro is creating an auto transcription of the dialogue in the video. This process may take a moment or two to complete, but believe me, it will save you time in the long run. Now that Premiere Pro has transcribed our sequence, we can see what it has done here in this panel. These captions, however, are not going to be applied until the video until we click the button here marked Create Captions. I'll click that now. With our captions generated, you can see where Premiere Pro has broken it up into various captions for the video, and it has done its best to place them appropriately. However, this is not always 100% perfect, and certain adjustments are most likely going to be needed. By clicking a caption, we can edit it here in the Essential Graphics panel. Here at Leduc Entertainment, we like to use Galano Grotesque as our font, and we like to use a font size of around 60. Some tips and tricks when editing captions. A dash always indicates a new speaker speaking, and no more than 2 lines of captions at the bottom of the frame should be used. 3 tends to crowd the space. We also like to use drop shadows on our captions, just to help set them apart from the background. Here, I'm going to quickly go through and clean up the captions for the video, adjusting anything that needs to be corrected. Now that that's complete, let's jump over to Adobe After Effects. Here, I have already loaded a logo intro template I would like to use, and I have imported the client's logo into the appropriate space. Now, all I need to do is adjust the size and positioning to where I would like it to be. I'm going to add this composition to the render queue and render it on out. Moving back to Adobe Premiere, I'm now going to import the chosen music and bring it onto the timeline. Here in the Effects Control panel, we can adjust the music's levels. I'm going to go ahead and bring that level on down so as to keep our speakers the main focus and not make the music a distraction. Our music now added and its levels adjusted, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our Adobe After Effects title we created and place it appropriately into the timeline. Here at Leduc Entertainment, our standard procedure is to start the video with a central question or something that will be the theme of the video, then introduce this short title, followed by the rest of the video and the answering of the central question. It'll look something like this.
You do SEO, you also do web design and all of that, but like the one thing, right?
Absolutely.
That invites people in and then you can upsell, right? So talk a little bit about that.
The one thing is, the client experience is big, but also the one thing is making sure you're focusing what you want to bring to the table.
Here, I'm simply adding some creative transitions to lead us in and out of this video. Our video captions created, our header in place, our video logo intro placed, our music placed, and its audio levels adjusted. There is nothing left to do now but render out the video. Let's take a look at our completed work.
You do SEO, you also do web design and all of that, but like the one thing, right?
Absolutely.
That invites people in, and then you can upsell, right? So talk a little bit about that.
The one thing is, the client experience is big, but also the one thing is making sure you're focusing what you want to bring to the table. What clients are you trying to bring to the table? So if you have a company that does 20 different things, you could spend a ton of money SEOing, ad campaigns, retargeting campaigns, you name it. But you're not going to get a lot of that traction because your money is getting eaten up because you're advertising and trying to show I do all these different things.
Right.
So what we suggest to our clients is, hey, let's focus on one or two things that are your big key token money making items. Let's get your SEO, your ranking, your Google ads, all that strength really strong on those. Let's see your ROI build in. Let's see you back in the green. And then we can focus on your other practice areas, or then we can even go into a different market in what you bring in as your money makers.
I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Happy editing.